Summer is still in session with long days and the sunshine ahead for many of us. But even if you have a good base tan by now, I know I certainly don't, do you still need to protect your skin? Well, in this week's Wellness Wednesday, I dug into what you need to know about sunscreen.
When I was a kid, I used to get sunburnt all the time, like so sunburnt that I would get like bubbles, like blisters, because I hated wearing sunscreen.
Our fair-skinned executive producer, Melissa Joseph, is always heading out on adventures into the great outdoors. But she's learned from her childhood mistakes, for the most part.
I try to put as much sunscreen as possible on and like 100 SPF and like relayering, but I kind of forgot to on my last trip and now I have a sunburn on my scalp.
I was a teen in the early 2000s where an orange glow was all the rage, so I went to tanning salons all the time. Now I'm paying the price with biannual skin checkups and a lot of sunspots. But my younger counterparts here at Action News Now really have their acts together. Did you ever go to tanning salons?
Never. I'll never go into a tanning salon. They scare me. What if you get stuck in there?
There are a lot of reasons to protect our skin, from preventing wrinkles to preventing an early death.
One of the ways I would remember, UVA versus UVB protection is is for burns and skin cancer, and UVA is for aging, photoaging.
Okay. What concerns you the most?
Probably skin cancer concerns me the most.
Most agree sunscreen is the best defense.
I played sports a lot growing up, so my mom was always pretty hard about if you're out in the sun, if you're out, playing sports with your friends, make sure you got sunscreen on. And I've always tried to carry that on throughout my life.
I live by it. You need to wear it inside. You need to wear it outside especially.
You wear sunscreen inside?
Yes, I'm wearing sunscreen right now.
But are all those chemicals in standard sunscreen really safe? The idea that applying something with those chemicals onto your skin could cause cancer in itself, that's just a little bit of hype.
There is some evidence that in some sunscreens you may have heard are banned in Hawaii now. Like in 2021, they banned some things because they were not safe for the reef and some of the marine life. So some of those have ingredients like avobenzone and oxybenzoate, those kind of things. So if you can avoid that, I would. Some evidence of cancer causing is different than proof of a 3-time increase. But if you want to err on the side of caution, I would avoid some of those kind of ingredients.
I use the mineral one. I also like to have the Neutrogena Kids one because apparently it's more sensitive and safer, but I don't even know where the safer part comes from.
I asked my dermatologist about the different options.
So there's no harm in using a physical-based sunscreen like zinc or titanium. Oftentimes those are called mineral-based. And then the other thing is what we talked about earlier, which is trying to find one that doesn't look too greasy.
Right.
But in terms of safety, you're good to go with one that has an active ingredient that's either zinc or titanium.
So another issue that I have with sunscreen is that you just have to keep reapplying it. Plus, a lot of times I get clogged pores.
Most sunscreens only last a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Which is something that we're only, as dermatologists, only preaching more often or more recently, so you should reapply after a couple of hours.
Instead of sunscreen, I usually just wear giant hats and long sleeve bathing suits. But how much protection does fabric really offer?
Probably not enough.
Okay.
Probably standard garments that aren't engineered to have an SPF may give you 5 or 10 units of SPF, and it's not nothing.
Okay.
But there are ones that are specifically designed and will give you more protection. And
whatever you choose.
Start as early as you can. I believe that, because sure, you could look younger, but it's also because you could just save your skin. You can check out the full interview with Dr. Hidari included in this story on our website, actionnewsnow.com, under the Features tab.